Okay, thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to present our work. I am Aurélie Bedel. I am a pharmacist, medical biologist in Bordeaux Hospital, and I have a research activity in Moreau-Gaudry lab in Bordeaux. I have two parts for my talk. First, I would like to present our work for CRISPR-Cas9 use in oncology. You know that CRISPR-Cas9 is already used to edit CAR T-cell to boost immunotherapy in oncology, either to modify PD-1 pathway or to make CAR T universal. But we think that CRISPR-Cas9 can also be used to directly target the cancer cells. And for that, we don't want to do a specific CRISPR on a specific target, but either mimic a genetic disease by CRISPR to induce a cancer cell metabolic vulnerability. It is a pan-cancer approach. And in the lab, we have a long-term expertise in porphyria, which are genetic diseases. In these diseases, patients have cell necrosis in sun-exposed sites due to photosensitive metabolites. And we propose to induce this disease in cancer cells to induce a vulnerability. For that, we make a proof of principle in prostate cancer model, and we inactivate a UROS gene by CRISPR. This inactivation mimics a porphyria disease. Tumor cells are then photosensitive, and with light, you can induce cell death. And we had a patent for this innovation. You can see here the in vivo result for prostate cancer. And after gene therapy targeting UROS and only 3 illumination with light on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can obtain a tumor regression. You can see here the pink tumor volume. And importantly, the mice survival is dramatically increased. So by combining gene therapy to mimic a genetic disease and light, we can obtain a spatial and duration control cell necrosis of tumor cells, which is very important to reduce side effects. We have now perspective for this work. We want to validate this approach in PDX model. We want to test it for other cancers, and we have to develop oncotropic vector to deliver specifically this gene therapy in cancer cells. And as Dr. Duverger, we are working on oncotropic vectors to specifically target the cancer cells, and it is in good track. You can see here after systemic injection that only tumors are transduced with luciferase, and this work is in progress with the platform of vectorology of Bordeaux. The second part of my talk is about the safety, because it is important for a pharmaceutical product to be efficacy, but also safe. And in our team, we are working on the on-target genotoxicity of CRISPR-Cas9. What is on-target genotoxicity? It is when CRISPR-Cas9 nuclease induce a DNA double-strand break at the targeted locus, but the DNA repair mechanism are not those expected. And we demonstrate, we and others, that CRISPR-Cas9 nuclease can induce chromosomal rearrangement in many cell types, in many loci, and in many chromosomes. And so it is very important to understand why some cells have this chromosomal rearrangement in order to prevent it. We demonstrate recently that this on-target genotoxicity is cell division dependent. And the more the cell divide during the editing, the more damage they have. So based on this observation, we test the use of the palbociclib, which is a CDK4, CDK6 inhibitors, to block the cells quiescent in G0, G1 phase. And by blocking the cells during the editing, we drastically reduce the appearance of the chromosomal rearrangement and prevent its genotoxicity. Alternatively, as said by Anna-Rita, if you don't want to have genotoxicity due to the double-strand break DNA, you can develop other alternative CRISPR-Cas9 system, and we are now working on the development of a new system based on a single-strand break with a template import just at the good locus, at the good moment, and we obtain promising results, and we are supported by INSERM Transfer to develop these tools. So for the first part, by description of the CRISPR-Cas9 genotoxicity, we decipher the mechanism, and we are now able to understand it and to have solution. It is very important to now validate palbociclib or other CDK4, CDK6 inhibitor in clinical trial to validate import system, and then we think that it is very important to develop quality control for clinical trial for the safety of the patient. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, really, Bedel.